Can you make a trap? Yeah. The trap I'm going to show you guys today is called the Paiute deadfall. This is a great trap to employ in any sort of survival situation or even around your home if you're trying to catch mice or small rodents. One thing I need, some cordage. I'm reverse wrapping these fibers together about 9 to 10 inches. One Y stick, a lever stick that will sit in the Y. Then I need a toggle. My lever stick and my toggle together with my piece of cordage. I also need a large flat rock. Now I have my lever, my toggle, I have my Y stick. I put my lever in it. My rock goes on the tip of my lever. My toggle wraps around my Y stick. My bait stick is going to push up against the toggle and a little portion the back of the rock. My Y, lever, rock up on the lever. My toggle around, bait stick. Remember, you're pinning the bait to the very end of this stick. Paiute deadfall, it's a meal getter. Can you make a pouch? Yeah. The type of pouch I'm going to make is called the circle pouch. It's probably one of the easiest ones to make. The only thing you really need is some buckskin, tools that you can use to poke holes in leather. Draw a circle on here. I'm going to use a little piece of wood sharp. Now I got my circle on here, stone flake here to cut my circle out. And I'm going to mark pilot holes. Bone awl to make my holes for my drawstring. I've made all my holes. Now I'm going to cut my drawstring. Start working that drawstring through. Once you get all the way back to that beginning hole, both of your pieces are coming out that initial hole. You have your pouch. You can take these two ends and secure it by wrapping. Now your pouch is nice and secure. All right, that's all I got. Can you cook something? Yeah. So what I'm going to cook for you guys today is something I call ash cakes. You need to have a fire, but you don't want flint. You want them to actually be ashes. What you're doing is just allowing the heated ash to cook this little delightful treat. 2 ingredients, flour, water. I never really measure, sparingly on the water. Take a finger, clean it off, and I just start mixing. There's my dough ball. Break off little pieces, roll them into balls, flatten them out. And I'm looking to create just little cakes, just like this. Find yourself a little Y steak and use this as a little scooper and flipper. All right, the fire's at that good spot. All I'm feeling is warmth. All right, they're in. We'll come back and we'll flip them. Let's give them a flip. These are all done. I'm gonna poke one right on out. And that right there. Look at that. Perfect. How do you charge your cell phone? If you don't put it in the can you, I don't know how to respond, but I know what you want. So yeah. So I get this question a lot. How do you charge your cell phone? And it's real simple. In this little buckskin pouch, I have my device. What I use is just a little mini solar panel. I stick it out in the light. Sun charges it. I plug my little phone USB thing into the bottom of it, and I charge my device. Fortunately, I live in Colorado, and in Colorado, we get a lot of days of sun, so I'm never running out. I always have it. Where you get something like this? Outdoor shops, probably any of your big box stores. You probably get it online as well. Now, if I didn't have this, I just let my phone run out and go about my business. Solar panel. Can you make a karambit? Yeah. The knife originates in Indonesia and is overall shaped like a claw. I'm gonna use this section as my handle. So I'm gonna use the shape, it's called an adze. I need to thin it. Hole's going right here. Hole. Now I need to build the blade. Done with the blade. Now I gotta cut the groove. Now I'm gonna glue them up. Let's add some sinew. That's the last of the sinew. I'm gonna let it dry up. All right, there it is, one karambit. Can you build a shelter? Yeah, I'm getting ready to kick off a winter survival course. And one of the shelters that I'm gonna have the students build is called a Quincy. But what I'm gonna do is essentially make one giant mound of snow, then I'm gonna dig a hole right on the inside, and it's gonna be just like an igloo. I'm gonna take some sticks that are about 10 inches in length. I'm gonna stick them all the way around the outside of the Quincy. It's gonna be a visual depth marker when I'm digging inside the Quincy, that when I hit a stick, I can't go any deeper. I'm gonna dig the actual cavity. One of the cool properties about snow is as snow is thrown together, it becomes super tough and super resilient. So the Quincy's done. Crawl in for the night. Have a good night's sleep. Can you build a shelter? Yeah, I'm getting ready to kick off a winter survival course. And one of the shelters that I'm gonna have the students build is called a Quincy. But what I'm gonna do is essentially make one giant mound of snow, then I'm gonna dig a hole right on the inside, and it's gonna be just like an igloo. I'm gonna take some sticks that are about 10 inches in length. I'm gonna stick them all the way around the outside of the Quincy. It's gonna be a visual depth marker when I'm digging inside the Quincy, that when I hit a stick, I can't go any deeper. I'm gonna dig the actual cavity. One of the cool properties about snow is as snow is thrown together, it becomes super tough and super resilient. So the Quincy's done. Crawl in for the night. Have a good night's sleep. Can you make a fire? Yeah. To make this fire, no modern tools. Everything will be naturally collected from the environment. This plant right behind me. It's called sodal. I'm going to use some ones that are already broken, so I don't have to cut anything down. Now I'm going to take a piece of stone and cut myself a section of a hearth board. Spindle. I gotta do my hearth board. I gotta split this so I can get a nice flat side. A flat piece of stone, wedge it down in there, a few taps until it opens up with your fans. Now I'm gonna drill a pilot hole, just like that. Confirmed my hole. I'm gonna cut a notch. There's my notch. With your spindle. And that right there is what you'll drop into a tinder bundle, load into flame. I can't start a fire in this area. It's too dry. Who wants it? Comment below. I'll pick a comment and I'll mail it out. Can you make a compass? Yeah. The type of compass I'm going to make is the shadow stick method. 1, I need a clear sky where I have the sun. 2, I need a relatively flat surface. 3, I need a stick that I can stand upright in the ground. And 4, I need a couple piles of rocks. Now, once my stick is standing upright, I find the very tip of the shadow that it casts, and I'm gonna make a big pile of rocks. What I'm gonna do as time passes and my shadow moves, I'm gonna mark where the tip of that shadow is. So it's been about 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna mark my next spot. Another 15 minutes, it's time to mark. I'm gonna mark my last spot. So I've got my 4 marks. The first mark is my west bearing. My last mark is my eastern bearing. I put my feet right on those 2 bearings. If I know I need to continue walking north, pick a point in the distance that aligns to my cardinal direction of north, start walking. All right, that's the shadow stick method. Can you make a throwing stick? Yeah. Sometimes a throwing stick is known as a rabbit stick. So I'm gonna use a piece of gamble oak. This little piece right here kind of grows in a nice curve. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. Now I'm gonna reduce it down. Gotta drop my sweatshirts, get warm. Now the most important thing to remember is you're gonna have a heavier end, which is this end down here, lighter end right here, which is my handle. Put it up in your shoulder, throw it open, and away you go. Go ahead. That's it. One rabbit stick. Flatten out the bottom, dome the top, up on the shoulder, throw it open, and you're good to go. You just chews them all up anyway. Can you make a sword? Yeah. First thing I gotta do, shape the wood. General profile. All right, for the blades, got a bunch of split leg bone. Now I gotta drill some holes. Good. Start putting it together. So what I'm gonna use to put it all together is something called cat cordage, but it's the intestines of an elk. I just gotta put a tip on the top. Now I gotta cut a groove. All right, let's get it glued up. All right, that's it. One sword, nice and solid.